I'm Jim, and I'm so stoked. I got my first day on my new Monoski. Had the opportunity to take it up to the mountains. Had a blast. We'll get to that in a moment. First of all, who am I? I'm Jim. I've been monoskiing about 12 years and wanted to start putting out some videos just to share that I really enjoy the sport. I think it's great, and I think a lot of people should give it a shot. I started this fall because I'm actually replacing an old monoski that I found on Craigslist about 12 years ago, and upgraded to a brand new 2021 Faction LeMono Outcast. And in my previous videos I've talked about the unboxing of it, kind of my first impressions of the board. Talked a little bit about boots, talked about bindings and that selection process and the mounting process. And then now I'm finally here today. I had a chance to take it to my local hill, a place called Hoodoo that I grew up skiing on. Love it. Took my kids and just had a total blast on the new board. First impressions, of course, the graphic is just awesome. Having that big a space, Faction was able to do some kind of cool things with just the astronaut. It's a real head turner. People notice it right away. It's just kind of fun to have such a good looking board. Once on the slopes, I noticed immediately how stable the board is. For a monoski, my old one was really chattery, and at speed, going straight, it wandered a lot, and the tip and tail kind of bounced a lot. I didn't really have any of that on the Faction. It was a bright sunny day with lots of groomed runs, not a lot of fresh snow or anything, but just groomers that I was ripping around on. But flats, it was great, and then once I started turning, holy cow, it was just a blast. This monoski just rips. I could rip off really tight slalom turns. I could crank out great big giant slalom turns. Both were just fantastic, and actually had the opportunity to ski my old board about a month ago, and then this one, same run, same conditions, and just was so much more capable with this board. And I think a lot of that goes to the fact the old board, the Snow Shark board that I had, was about 3 pounds, a little over 3 pounds heavier than this one, and so this one just turns easier. And I think combined with the fact that I had the bindings mounted 1.5 centimeters ahead of the normal mounting point, also made it for a much more active board for me and easier to turn. So just really happy with that decision of where I mounted the bindings. I'm really happy with this board. Just a ton of fun. The bindings in particular performed really well. I had them installed, and the shop set them to 6.5 on the din. Kind of following what I had with my old board, I moved that up to 9, and I had no problems with unintentional release. The grip walk compatible bindings, they work kind of as advertised. I was kind of iffy on the grip walk. Just thought it was maybe a little bit gimmicky, but it actually does make walking much easier, both just at the end of the day and then kind of through icy areas where you need that little bit of extra grip compared to the old just flat plastic ski boots that I used to have. So really happy with those as well. One kind of cool thing that happened afterwards is on my first ride up the lift, I snapped a quick photo of the board, the snow and the trees behind it, and went ahead and posted that to my Instagram. And Faction picked it up and actually asked if they could use it on their website. And so now if you go to the Faction Collective, you'll see a picture of my monoski and a link to the site to actually buy the board. And really cool is they post it right next to Candide Tovex, who I would argue is one of the best, if not the best, skier in the world right now. And so that's as close as I'll probably ever get to the man, but it's kind of cool to see PNW Mono Guy and Candide Tovex side by side. So really cool. The other thing I would, I think I mentioned in a previous video, you can't be shy in a mono because everybody's asking questions. Everybody's looking at you and pointing and talking. I can't tell you how many times I had people say, "What is that?" And would go on to explain that, you know, it's a monoski. They've been around for 50 plus years. Not a lot of them out there, but they're a ton of fun, and that I would highly recommend going out and trying it. So again, you can't be an introvert and monoski, and that's okay, because it's kind of fun to get out there and be in front of everybody. So if you're interested, do what I did. Go find one on Craigslist, find one used, borrow one if you can find somebody that has one. Get out there and give it a try. I guarantee you won't regret it. You'll feel awkward for a bit, but after a bit, you'll find that it's just tons of fun, and it's well worth doing. So thanks for watching, and hopefully I'll see you on the slopes on a mono.